Welcome, everybody. My name is Thomas. Today is the 24th day of the ninth month of the year 2025. This is my after action review of my trading performance. It's for a new system, the system version number 4. In this system, or in this version of the system, what I did was I decided not to trade the first 30 minutes because the patterns that are emerging are not really viable, given the fact that it's just so much chaos, and I think it's traded differently than the rest of the day. So I decided just to skip it and give myself that time to be able to frame the trades that I wanted. Also regarding framing, I only take trades where I can frame something at least 3 to 1. That means that just in case I would have like a 50-50% win to loss rate, and maybe I would be able to only capture about half of that 3R, which is 1.5, and lose 1R. On the times when I lose, I still have a positive expectancy outcome. So there's less trades taken, but I think the signals and most of all the trade framing is just better. So let's see how I did. So today I had 9 trades. I'm up almost 4R. Maximum win was 3.15R. Minimum was minus 1.08R, which is fine. Average R is 0.4. Of course, the NSQ, NSQN don't really matter too much. Average win is 1.35 to minus 0.7. That looks pretty good, but I mean, it's 9 trades in, so anything can happen, and this is just kind of a taste. Hopefully, it continues like this. It would be really cool to have finalized this kind of system in a way where these results would be natural and possible. I think an average R of 0.3 or 0.4 is awesome. So 5 to 4 win to loss ratio. Here are some graphs. The cumulative R at the start kind of down and then just rolled up. Average R multiple, as we see, it's close to 0.5. Here's a scatter plot histogram. Here's that 1R loss, couple losses around 0.5, and then we have the couple wins, and then the big win, 3.1. The coin model, 56% win rate with a 1.9 to 1 payout, so that looks pretty good. Let's go look at the trades. Could have had those prepared, but if you'll excuse me. Well, actually, I know what to do. Ha! That's going to be better. Way better. If I can maybe make this bigger. Perfect. So this is GDX. 3 minute. Here's the open. Here's the 10 bar wait. Here's the sell off. Here I try to take an SSC. The frame was about 4 to 1 to a range stat from this. Imagine this is going to be the low of the day. It was around 16:30, so definitely about an hour and a half in, or an hour in, somewhere around that time. We could think about that as a low of the day and just go to the top of the range stat, but it fails, so I take a collapsing dragon. This collapsing dragon had a 3.8 to the range stat, and as you can see, just by following the PSAR, we take a 3.15R or a win. The most important part of that was that it made a +1 range stat move. So this kind of move around 7 o'clock, which is towards the end of the day, or at least after half, kind of in me. It came into my consciousness that I should definitely be watching this symbol throughout the whole rest of the evening, just in case there would be some action, because +1 range stat move definitely indicates that there could be 2 range stat, 3 range stat moves, whatever. That being said, I decided to take an SSC after this move terminated on a stop and reverse. The reason was that there was a huge upside potential. There was a 10 to 1 to the high of the day, a 6 to 1 to just the top of this RL10 where the move started, and it was like a 3.5 to 1 to the VWAP. So definitely a great trade frame. So I took it. It didn't even get to the VWAP, just broke above the Bollinger Band mean, came down. So I took a lower high. I took a Kata 2 short. This short to the low of the day, of course, doesn't work out. There isn't enough. But given the fact that it made a +1 range stat move, I decided to add the second range stat as a trade frame. Didn't account for the whole range stat, just took half of it, and there was about 4 to 5 to 1 for the second range that cut in half to account for the afternoon. So that was my trade frame. Also, given the fact that it just made this low of the day that big towards the end of the day, I just thought there would be some more possibility for it to go down and just sell off. It started to sell off slowly, 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 grinding to this point. This was the candle where I had to get out because it marks 30 minutes towards the end. I decided to kind of close my eyes and Jedi mind trick and work with my higher self to kind of tell me exactly the moment where I should get out. I had a stop loss there at the PSAR, so if nothing would have been said or if I would have gotten any signal, I would have gotten out. But so I got out at a pretty good price, I think. Listen to the now and just execute it. So overall, 4.2R for this symbol. That's great. And yeah, I think I'm really happy with the way I traded it. I tried to get as many trades as possible, and you can see that I'm pretty much trading it throughout the whole day, which is kind of what I feel like is a perfect trade. This is Bank of America. I was trading, of course, something else. That's why I don't get these moves. What I do get is in the after around lunchtime, maybe a little bit before, there was this huge sell-off from pretty much from the start. So I decided to take the SSC, kind of mucks around, goes into a sideways quiet channel. I get stopped out at the PSAR. Since this is a sideways quiet channel and I don't trade that standard patterns, there was this move down, but I don't get that one. So minus 0.33R for that symbol. Uranium here, again, 3 minutes, same thing, where we don't trade. In here, here's an SSC. It doesn't really look like an SSC because I think a lot of me as well, I would expect this to turn red to indicate a harsh winter. But if this is the range stat, which it is, this is more than from the tip of the high of the day. This is like a 60% sell off. And it's almost like a 50% range stat sell off just from the peak of the RL10 to the bottom. So that's definitely a harsh sell off. I just wait for the price to violate the PSAR. I get in. It kind of ticks me out here, stops in reverse, so I take a Kata 2 re-entry. Both of these were framed. Since this is a smaller risk box, the first one was about 4.3 to the range stat. If this would be the low of the day, I just put a range stat here and they were at 4.3 to 1. Since this is a small range box, it had a 5 to 1, so I really like that trade. It doesn't work out. It reverses. So I immediately take Kata 2 short because we have a lower high. It's just barely a lower high, but it's a Kata 2 short. The risk box is really, really small, so there's a 5 to 1, 5.5 to 1 to the range stat to the downside. And here is where I could just improve a little bit. There was a sharp move down, and this candle, it actually violated the Z3. It was a Z3 excursion, and at that point, what I have in my rules is that I move the stop loss because as of right now, it's somewhere around here because I already moved to no lose plus dinner for 2, and I'm waiting for it to just slowly go down. But I kind of jumped the gun here and moved my stop, and I got taken out, and then it just reversed down. So that was a learning curve for me where I'm just supposed to wait for this candle to close. Then I would have put my stop around here. It would never gotten hit, and then you see I would have just moved it all the way down, just followed the PSAR, and gotten out somewhere around here, maybe with 2 extra R, and then would have had the opportunity to get the SSC, which probably would have been +1 or something. And I don't think I would have framed I was trying to frame this to the downside, but they're just given that this is a range stat, there just wasn't enough. And the range stat was violated, but towards the end of the day where I don't trade after like 20:45, after like about an hour and 15 minutes till the end. So some improvement here, I think, even though I took 1.12R from this, I think there was about 3.5, maybe 4 available, which would have made even the weekly total a lot bigger. But I'm just happy for something to learn and something to improve on. And then the last one, it's the last one, right? Yeah, PANW, pretty standard. Yeah, 10 bars in, this goes low, higher low, easy Kata to the long side, almost a 4 to 1 to the range stat. It immediately sells off, and then I just go trade something else. And yeah, it grinds down, and there's some trades here, but like I said, I was trading something else, so minus 1.08, but still. Overall, I think that's it's like the best start training system that I've ever had, which fills me with confidence. But overall, I really like the rules. I really like the system in general. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching and have a great day.